Show on KRPX 95.3 The Peak. Brought to you by Landon's Diesel Service. Leave your truck in the hands of those who know diesel engines. Landon's Diesel Service at 540 South 300 West in Price. And now for tonight's play-by-play, let's join Sonny Buscarini.
Welcome to Carbon Dino Basketball here on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play, and tonight we are at home. We're at Carbon High School. Tonight, the 1-6 Carbon Dinos battle the 7-2 Delta Rabbits. Hello again, everybody. Sonny Buscarini with you here at Carbon High School, joined in the Sutherland's broadcast booth by Aiden Mortensen. Aiden, pleasure to be back with you. I missed you the other night.
Yeah, I missed you too, Sonny. It's always fun having you back in the booth. I think we work better as a team than I do solo, so I'm glad that you're back.
You did a great job. Thank you for helping me out the other night. Appreciate that. Tonight, the Delta Rabbits coming to town against the Carbon Dinos, as we said, 7-2 for Delta, 0-1 in region play. The Dinos 1-6, 0-1 in region play as well. Now, the other night, the Delta Rabbits fell short in their region game against the Emory Spartans. It was quite a game, Aiden. Emory outscored the Delta Rabbits 14-0 to finish the game and upset, and Emory upset Delta. I guess you could say upset.
Yeah,
well, when you lose a lead and got outscored 14-0 at home, I'd say it's a little bit of an upset. And Emory came out on top. That's why Delta's 0-1.
Maybe not an upset. Maybe more of coach is upset because you can't give up 14 points like that.
Right,
you don't want to give up a 14-0 run. I mean, they always talk about basketball as a game of runs, Sonny.
Yes.
But even with that, 14-0 is a staggering number to give up. That's 7 straight unanswered baskets, and you're not doing anything different defensively. That's poor play on the court, and that's partially on the coach too for not adjusting to the game plan. So yeah, I'd say upset is the best word to do. Even still though, Sonny, it took a buzzer-beating effort from the Spartans to win that game 43-41.
Yeah, this is a good team, Delta, and you look at their stats on this team, and they got some basketball players that can put the ball in the hoop. One is Bronco Bundy, averaging 10 points a game, the junior guard. The 6'3 junior guard, wears number 12. We'll probably say his name quite a bit tonight, along with Mason Robinson, the junior guard, who wears number 0. And Tate Topham, the senior, he's averaging 9 points per game. We'll be saying his name quite a bit as well.
And you know, Sonny, there's no better name to be saying than Bronco Bundy. That is an incredible name. We were talking about that before we came on the air. Just an awesome sounding player name. And, you know, his name matches his production on the court. Like you said, 10.1 points per game, 4.5 rebounds to go along with 2 steals. The junior having a breakout campaign this year for the Delta Rabbits. And, you know, Sonny, throughout the games that we've called together over the course of the season, you can normally indicate which player is going to be the star on a team from who the Dinos have played. I mean, you look at South Summit, and you have Woolston-Hume. You look at Grand, you have Trace York. This team, Sonny, it's a balanced effort. They have 4 players who really contribute to this team out of their starting 5, and that's what makes them scary. You can try and shut down one, but you have 3 others you're going to have to guard, and that's been something that the Dinos have struggled to do all season, is shut down those secondary players.
Well, you kind of took the words out of my mouth. What I was about to say was we have, as we look, Topham averaging 9, Bundy averaging 10, and you got Robinson averaging 9, but then you still have a lot of players averaging 5-6 points per game. Jayton Brow averaging 6 points per game. You got Dalby averaging 5, Cleaver averaging 5, Driggs averaging 5. So you got a lot of kids on this team that are capable of scoring. That's a hard team to defend when you have to face that kind of team. What do the Dinos need to do tonight on the defensive side to slow this Delta high school team down?
They're going to need to stick to their fundamentals and stick to their assignments, Sonny. They've done a good job so far this season of sticking to their fundamentals. We see a lot of good fundamental defense being played, but at times they've really lost themselves in terms of assignment play. They run a bit of a mixture of a zone. You know, they run a 3-2 that switches to a 2-3 based on where the ball is on the court. It's very adjustable that way, but there have been times where they've just seemed lost on the court, and you can't afford to do that tonight, especially when you have so many players who can put the ball in the basket.
On the offensive side, Delta averaging 55.6 points per game, and the Dinos averaging 56.4, so we're pretty much even on the offensive side. you kind of feel like tonight the team that plays the best defense might come out on top.
Yeah, and that's where those two stats differentiate between these two teams. Sonny, Carbon averages 66.7 points allowed. Meanwhile, Delta, on the other hand, only allowing 42. So that's a good defensive team. You're outscoring opponents by an average of about 13. That's really good. Another stat that stands out to me, Sonny, is the differences in turnovers per game. Carbon averages 12.1. Delta averages 8.4. So nearly 4 more turnovers a game for Carbon than the Rabbits.
So we will take a break, and when we come back here on the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show, we will talk about our Carbon Dinos when we return. 95.3 The Peak, this is where the Dinos play.
Remodeling as easy as 1, 2, 3. 123 Remodeling. From basements to ceilings, indoor to outdoor. Chris Nunez at 123 Remodeling is local, licensed, and insured. Framing, plumbing, electrical, drywalling, patios, garage doors. 123 Remodeling can build it, install it, and repair it. Chris is always communicating with his clients and is always transparent. Stay away from those out-of-town fly-by-night contractors. Keep it local with the all-new 123 Remodeling. Call 435-630-2215. 630-2215.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Feel the force of the Ram heavy-duty truck, the power horse beast that thrills with its performance. Hi, this is Thad. Imagine saving up to $15,000 off the original MSRP. Auto Farm has 15 at the ready and waiting for a test drive, including 5 hard-to-find dualies, exceptional strength, unprecedented durability, and might that echoes in every gear shift. Demand the best from your heavy-duty jobs. Demand a Ram heavy-duty from Auto Farm. Because with Ram, it's just not driving. It's just not a lifestyle. Don't just imagine. Come in and test drive away today.
Imagine this. You're cruising down the highway, windows down, music up, but suddenly your car sputters. Don't let car troubles break your stride. At Cars, Complete Auto Repair Service in Wellington, they're dedicated to keeping your vehicle running smoothly so you can keep enjoying those flawless drives. From regular maintenance like oil changes and wheel alignments to tune-ups and even new tires, Cars is here to help. Visit Cars today and drive away confident knowing your car is in its best shape ever.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a 4-legged word.
Well, this is way beyond my skills.
Time to call Frank.
Honey, did you mean my dad, Steve?
No, Frank at Central Commission and Helper. Frank and his staff will give me the best advice and supplies I need. He's the father of good advice and better than you at this stuff.
No argument there.
Central Commission and Supply Company is a family-owned and local hardware and lumber store. Plumbing, paint, electrical, with better prices, better service, and better knowledge than the big box stores. Central Commission, North Main Street in Helper.
Carbon Dino basketball continues on 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back. Carbon Dino basketball here on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play. And tonight, the Dinos battle Delta. The Rabbits come to town in region play. And Aiden, before we start talking about the Dinos, let's take a look at the region right now. In region play, Richfield, Emory, Canyon View, and Juab all with a 1-0 record. Richfield comes in 6-3 overall. Emory 3-5. Canyon View 6-1 and Juab 7-2. And the Emory Richfield game is taking place tonight in Emory. Jordan doing that game on our sister station KOAL. That's a big game in the region tonight up at Emory. But that's the 4 teams that so far have not lost in region play early on, just one game in.
Yeah, and it's always good to start your region slate with a win. But the thing about Region 12, Sonny, is it is an absolute gauntlet. I mean, you look at the amount of talent in this pool. Looking at the RPI ratings right now, 5 of the top 10 teams are from Region 12. There are 3 regions across 3A. 5 of them in the top 10. Juab leads the pack at number 2. Canyon View at 3. Richfield at 4. Delta at 5. 2 through 5, Sonny, in our region is top 5 in the RPI. So that's always a gauntlet.
Kind of sounds like football, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Carbon just can't catch a break when it comes to region scheduling. But, I think these tough regular season schedules, they really make for teams that are built for postseason play. You take on this top-tier talent. If you're playing 4 of the top 5 teams twice a year, come state tournament time, you're going to be unfazed by what a lot of teams are throwing your way.
Absolutely. And then taking a look at the bottom 4 right now, it would be Delta 0-1, 7-2 overall, Manti 0-1, 2-5 overall, and then you have North St. Pete 0-1, 1-5 overall, and the Carbon Dinos 1-6 overall. So that's a look at region play. You talked about the RPI rankings. As we said, it's going to be a tough region. We said that the first game of the season, that it's going to be a tough region. And we also talked about the RPI rankings, how we like every game meaning something. But it's not going to get any easier for the Dinos. In fact, now with region play kicking in, it's only going to get tougher.
Yeah, no, I hate to say all downhill from here, but in terms of strength of schedule,
yes,
it's a grind, Sonny. You got to play some of the best teams in the 3A classification. I'd say you plop a lot of these top teams into 4A, 5A, even 6A. They have a chance to compete. That's how deep the 3A as a classification is, especially Region 12. Talking about the region, though, Sonny, one team that really has surprised me this season is Manti. You're not used to seeing the Templars on a losing streak like they are right now.
Yeah, it's just it's a tough region. But, the Dinos can compete with anybody, and especially with they've had some quarters that were just really impressive. They need to put it together and have whole games like that.
Yeah, no, that's been the biggest problem is inconsistency. They have quarters where they look like they are a contender in the 3A classification. Other quarters, they kind of fall apart. They lose their fundamentals. The shots just don't fall for them. And it looks like a completely different team out on the court. It's a real Jekyll and Hyde approach to basketball. But if the Dinos are able to string together good quarters like we saw in the game against Grand, where they had, I'd say about 3.5 spectacular quarters of basketball. They gave up half of a quarter where they just gave up a big run to the Red Devils. But outside of that, I think that was some of the best basketball I've seen them play all season.
Let's take a look at the Carbon Dinos. Leading the way for the Dinos so far this season is the junior, wearing number 14, the forward, Kyler Orth. He's averaging 14 points a game, Aiden. He really has come into his own this season.
That he has, Sonny, and you can see the development in his style of basketball from game 1 to now. He looks like a much improved player already this early in the season. What I like most about Kyler is he's a quiet scorer. He doesn't score loudly, but he scores efficiently. First half he'll have maybe 5 points, but then in the second half he explodes when the Dinos need him most. That's when he comes alive. When the clutch kicks in, so does Kyler. He's able to score the basket at will when he's able to get to the rim, and his teammates do an excellent job of setting him up for those easy looks.
Cannon Mortensen also playing a great so far this season, the senior forward, averaging 11.4 points per game.
And it all started with that South Sevier game, in my opinion. That's when he really found his own. He found his stride in terms of basketball. 12 points per game, 5 rebounds, and nearly 2 steals a game. He's doing all of that running from more of a forward position. So it's always nice to see a forward with active hands on defense, being able to bat that ball away and create transition points, which is what the Dinos are going for offensively.
You got the junior coming off the bench wearing number 10, Carter Warburton. He's averaging 6.9 points per game. You have the senior coming off the bench, the guard wearing number 2, Ridge Butler, averaging 6.8 points per game. It's important for the Dinos to get that good play off the bench.
Yeah, and we talk about it every game, Sonny. Those 2 players in particular are spark plugs for the Dinos, both offensively and defensively. They don't start, but they play very quality minutes. They come off the bench and they reignite the fire underneath the Dinos. I mean, you look at Ridge and you look at Carter, and they're diving on the ball for diving on the ground for loose balls. They're playing scrappy defense. They're bodying their way into the paint, drawing fouls. It's a really fun to watch when they are on the court with each other.
Evan Lancaster, the senior, number 4, averaging 5.6 points per game. He's had a good season. Caleb Sorensen averaging 4. Ty Mortensen averaging 4 as well. The Dinos, a lot of people can put the ball in the basket. Maxwell Carlson averaging 2 points per game, but he does other things.
You know, he is a do-it-all guy, kind of a Swiss Army knife for the Carbon Dinos. He's blocking shots. He's playing great defense. He's going for rebounds. He does everything the Dinos need to do. He's kind of like, he feels that Rodman role, you know. He's doing all the stuff that most other players aren't going to want to do, and he does that well. He doesn't need to score the ball to have an impact on the game.
Landon's Diesel Service pregame show right here on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play. As we said, Emory playing tonight on our sister station, KOAL. Big region game down there as well. We'll keep you updated on the games as much as we can while our game is going on here at Carbon High School. Here at Carbon, it's the Dinos, the 1-6 Carbon Dinos against 7-2 Delta Rabbits region play when we continue here on the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show.
Clean Cut Roofing and Siding.
Do you sell lightsaber chopsticks?
No.
Bagpipes?
Definitely not.
Screaming goats?
What?
I thought you said you had something for everyone.
Yes, something for everyone that needs any type of new roof or siding.
Oh, so no cowbells?
No, we're roofing and siding experts, but maybe with more cowbell.
Since 2003, you get peace of mind every time with Clean Cut Roofing and Siding. Clean Cut Roofing Siding. .com.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farleno's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farleno's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farleno's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
How well do algorithms answer your questions?
Your specific query will be addressed with a pre-written, standardized reply.
When you need help with life's important decisions like life insurance, home and auto coverage, and even retirement planning, rely on relationships, not robots. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
In the Castle Country, call your local Farm Bureau agent, Joe Jensen, at 637-8400 for a free quote today.
Discover the strength and beauty of Flawless Sheeting's metal siding and roofing solutions. Designed to endure and crafted to conserve energy, the products offered by Flawless Sheeting ensure your home not only looks good, but feels good too. Plus, they come with a 40-year warranty. Enjoy superior durability and enhanced comfort year-round with new roofing from Flawless Sheeting. Ready to upgrade? Call Flawless Sheeting at 636-7300 and elevate the way you live.
The Dinos play here on 95.3 FM, The Peak.
Welcome back to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show here on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play, and welcome everybody to Carbon Dino basketball. Here at home tonight, the Dinos at home against the Delta Rabbits. here on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play. This is the place you need to be for Carbon Dino Sports. We got a lot of other sports on other stations with our family of networks. And go ahead and talk a little bit about that, Aiden.
Yeah, that's why I love working in Castle Country Radio. You get access to all the different sports from around the state. We got Utah Jazz basketball. As a Jazz fan, it's kind of painful to listen to this year. But, things are hopefully going to get better. But I don't know, the way this season has gone, Sonny, I'm a little skeptical about the Jazz really pulling anything out. But on the bright side, we have Oakland Raiders football. They're coming up on Sunday. That's going to be a fun game against the Jaguars right here on our sister station, KOAL. You got that. When football is back in season, you're going to have University of Utah football. For you Utes fans, Isaac Wilson decided to come back. Enters the transfer portal for a few days, has a change of heart, says he's a Utah man. Gotta love when players decide not to leave their school after one season of hardship. It really shows some grit from the players. And then locally, you got Jordan Buscarini. He's covering all the sports, local, state, national. He really does cover it all on Drive Time Sports, Monday through Friday, starting at 4, running until 5. Just so much going on in terms of sports on the Castle Country Radio family of stations.
Yeah, Drive Time Sports will keep you updated today. Jordan had the Carbon Head girls basketball coach Jordan Blank on his show. He had Coach Famalo on his show today as well, the head coach of the Emory girls. He talks about wrestling. He talks about everything. He'll keep you updated on all the local sports, USU Eastern as well. We have USU Eastern basketball right here on the KOAL, actually, on our Castle Country family of networks. And lots of sports. Jordan will keep you updated on everything. But tonight, here on 95.3 The Peak, we have the Carbon Dinos and the Delta Rabbits. Now, the Delta Rabbits, as we said, coming in 7-2, Aiden. The Dinos have to do what tonight to get a win against a very good Delta Rabbit basketball team?
Stick to the fundamentals. That's going to be key for the Dinos. You're making smart, crisp passes. You're taking good, smart shots. And you're not doing anything unnecessary on the court. We've seen sometimes, Sonny, especially when it comes to fouls. They do things that may be deemed unnecessary. You need to keep those in check, keep those emotions in check. And Sonny, you've witnessed it firsthand. I'm a notorious hothead, and I'm very serious about this. You need to keep those emotions in check, or else bad things are bound to happen. Nothing good when you let the emotions take over. You need to play aggressive, but you also need to play smart. And if the Dinos do that, Sonny, I think they have a chance to win this one away from the Rabbits.
We got a lot more to come here on the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups, and it'll be about ready for basketball. We're about 7 minutes away from tip-off here at Carbon High School. It's the Carbon Dinos and the Delta Rabbits as we get ready to play basketball right before the Christmas break here. Gets a little bit busy, and then the kids get a little bit of time off.
Yeah, now you got to think it's good for the kids to be able to take a step away from basketball. Thank goodness for that moratorium. Being able to step away from the game for a second, let your body heal up, let your mind rest up a little bit, because, you always talk about the physical aspect of the game of basketball, but what a lot of people don't bring up is the mental toll. It's a very mental game. There's that famous scientific study showing that if you make that first shot, things are going to keep rolling, and that really applies to the entire game of basketball. It's just, a lot of it's a mental game as well.
It's probably good for the kids, but it's probably really tough on the coaches.
Oh, yeah, they want to get back out there on the court. They want to continue to improve day after day, and that's always a good thing you want to do, but at the same time, you have to realize that you're talking about 15 through 18-year-olds.
Yes.
They're not quite used to that kind of work yet.
Yeah.
They do need some time to get off. They're only kids still.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll take another break here on the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show, and when we come back, we'll have starting fives. It'll be time for basketball here on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play. Don't go anywhere. Keep it right here.
It's time you started working close to home. GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance is looking for experienced miners, mechanics, electricians, and surveyors to fill local jobs. Stop traveling every week and let GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance find you a job closer to home and your family. No more leaving your family every week traveling to a work site. There are good paying jobs right here close to home, and GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance can help you get started today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. Your new job close to home is waiting for you.
Discover the strength and beauty of Flawless Sheeting's metal siding and roofing solutions. Designed to endure and crafted to conserve energy, the products offered by Flawless Sheeting ensure your home not only looks good, but feels good too. Plus, they come with a 40-year warranty. Enjoy superior durability and enhanced comfort year-round with new roofing from Flawless Sheeting. Ready to upgrade? Call Flawless Sheeting at 636-7300 and elevate the way you live.
It's fun! It's our favorite place.
Strike up family fun for everyone. Gateway Lanes. Families that play together stay together. And Gateway Lanes is your center for fun, cold beer, snacks, and great food. So let Gateway Lanes do the cooking with open and league bowling year-round and club bowl Thursday night, 9 till 11:30, with unlimited bowling including shoes. Since 1989, Helper's Hometown Bowling Center, Gateway Lanes, South Main Street in historic Helper, and bowlhelper.com. Let's roll.
It's time you started working close to home. GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance is looking for experienced miners, mechanics, electricians, and surveyors to fill local jobs. Stop traveling every week and let GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance find you a job closer to home and your family. No more leaving your family every week traveling to a work site. There are good paying jobs right here close to home, and GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance can help you get started today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. Your new job close to home is waiting for you.
J&D Automotive in Castledale and River Auto in Green River has been your trusted neighbors for 40 years, offering expert automotive parts and service right in the heart of Emery County. Thanks to a great partnership with Napa, you get dependable parts and a team that knows your car inside out. Whether you're in for a routine checkup or need of a major repair, J&D Automotive is close to home and ready to help. Visit J&D Automotive today and experience the difference of local care with big brand quality.
JN Auto says it's time to get in the auto buying game. JN Auto is a game changer when you're looking for a new vehicle, but don't want to pay the new vehicle price. By making JN Auto a part of your team, you can count on finding quality, gently used vehicles with manufacturer warranties and unbeatable prices. You just found the secret to finding the perfect vehicle. It's JN Auto. Check out their huge inventory at jnautosales.com. JN Auto in Huntington and Price.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Basketball on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to Carbon Dino Basketball. You've been listening to Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. Time for the starting five, and let's take a look at Delta first and just chime in when you want there, Aiden, as we go down the list here. Starting for Delta tonight, number 0, the junior guard, averaging 9.6 points per game, Mason Robinson.
One of those key scorers we talked about earlier. Sonny, he's someone the Dinos are going to have to keep an eye on all throughout the night.
And number 3, the senior guard, averaging 6.4 points per game, Jayden Browell.
Yeah, and he's a good 6.4 points per game. I mean, you want him in the game. You want him putting the ball in the basket, getting hot as soon as possible.
Number 12, the junior guard, averaging 10 points per game, Bronco Bundy.
The offense starts and stops with him. He can get this thing rolling and try and help the Rapids pull away early on in this game.
6'7" center, the junior wearing number 23, Kobe Driggs, averaging 5.7 points per game.
Tallest player on the Rapids roster by a good 4 inches. Of course, you want him starting the game, grabbing those rebounds, winning that jump ball.
And number 24, the seniors per game, Tate Topham.
Not a lot of seniors on this team. A lot of younger players, a lot of juniors, a lot of sophomores playing key roles for the Rabbits. That's going to be a scary thing for the Dinos, especially going into next year if they return all these players.
The starting five for the Carbon Dinos tonight will be senior guard wearing number 4, averaging 5.6 points per game, Evan Lancaster.
And we're used to seeing him in the starting slot for Carbon.
The junior guard, number 10, Carter Warburton, averaging 6.9 points per game.
Moving off the bench into a starting role, Warburton trying to fill that spot that was left when Logan Bennett broke his wrist against South Sevier, trying to find someone to fill that spot. They've had a rotating cast of characters there.
Junior forward, number 14, averaging 14 points per game, Kyler Orth. Number 33, the forward center, averaging 11.4 points per game, Cannon Mortensen. And number 34, the junior, averaging 4 points per game, Ty Mortensen. That's the 5 on the floor for the Carbon Dinos. That's the 5 on the floor for the Delta Rabbits. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, it'll be tip-off time right here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck. Because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is all.
You gonna fix that?
Fix what?
That dripping faucet?
Someday.
No, how about today? Not only is it driving me crazy, but it's wasting water, costing us money, and could turn into dry rot and other damage.
Guess we better get to Magnuson Lumber and Hardware.
Now you're talking.
Magnuson Lumber features almost 1,000 feet of plumbing accessories and supplies you need to fix your leaking faucets and pipes. Stop in today. Main Street, Castledale. Magnuson Lumber and Hardware. Family owned since 1965.
Discover the difference experience makes at Mr. Automotive in Huntington. With over 30 years dedicated to matching the perfect vehicle with the right person in Castle Country, we know a thing or two about cars and about saving you money. Thanks to our low overhead, we're able to pass incredible savings directly on to you. Drive away happy with a deal as reliable as our service. Visit Mr. Automotive today, where experience means savings and you meet your new car.
Carbon Dino basketball continues on 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back, Carbon Dino basketball. You've got the starting five for both teams. Tonight, the Delta Rabbits come out with their red uniforms, white numbers. The Dinos and their white uniforms with the blue numbers. The Dinos will go right to left to start the game on your radio dial. Anything else before the talking ends and the game begins?
Those red uniforms look nice for Delta.
They do.
And, looking back to seasons past, Sonny, last time these two teams met up was in January 25th of last year. Carbon came away with a 66-57 road victory, sweeping the season series against the Rabbits. So they do have that going for them. Rabbits out for revenge, looking to reverse that as they head into tonight's region showdown between these two teams.
Hope you enjoyed the Landis Diesel Service pregame show. It's about time for tip-off here. As they say, the starting five for the Carbon Dinos. Once again, for the Dinos tonight will be Lancaster, Warburton, Orth, Mortensen, Cannon, that is, and Ty Mortensen. That's the five on the floor for the Carbon Dinos. The five once again on the floor tonight for the Delta Rabbits. Mason Robinson, Jayton Brow, Bronco Bundy, Kobe Driggs, Tate Topham. And we're ready for the start of tonight's game between the Carbon Dinos and the Delta Rabbits. I think it's really important who gets off to a good start here. The Dinos being at home, I think it's really important for the Dinos to get the momentum early in this game. And, Delta coming off a loss, get them thinking a little bit.
And that's why I'm really interested to see what Carter Warburton can do in that starting slot, because we know he provides that energy off the bench for Carbon. Can he replicate that in a bigger manner as he steps into a starting role? Yep, that's going to be interesting to see.
Yep, a little bit of changing going on in the starting lineup tonight for the Carbon Dinos. Let's see what happens. The Dinos, as we said, goes right to left on your radio dial, and we're ready to go. Jumping the ball for Delta will be Kobe Driggs.
Yeah, you want your 6'7" kid standing in that middle circle to open this game.
Absolutely. He'll be jumping against Ty Mortensen.
Now, Sonny, correct me if I'm wrong. It looks like Ridge Butler may be out.
Possible.
Looks like he's on a little mobility scooter right now. Hoping the best for him.
So, we're ready to start. Tonight here at Carbon High School. There's the tip. It's controlled by the Dinos, and they get the ball first. They go right to left, as you said. It's Warburton, top circle. Still with the basketball. Now gives it down to Mortensen. Ty kicks it back outside of Warburton. Stops 15 feet. Lancaster back over. Goes to Orth. Back to Lancaster between the circles. 19 on the shot clock. Plenty of time. Just underway. Gives it over to Mortensen. This is Ty. Down underneath it goes to Orth. Orth to Warburton. Finds a gap. Puts it up and in. Warburton found a gap going to the basket, gets an easy two, and it's 2-0 Carbon.
And that's what he does so well. He's patient when he has the ball in his hands, waits for the opening, and then he seizes it.
with the basketball. It is Delta, their first offensive possession of the game. Swing it over the right side. It goes to Bundy. Bundy down on the right block. It goes to Brow. Back to Bundy. Bundy, double team, gives it to Brow on the right side. Down underneath it goes to Topham. Topham, he traveled.
Yeah, tried to get contact on the ball as he goes up against Orth. Can't get the contact he wants. Spikes the ball to the ground, trying to hope the ref doesn't notice. Gets whistled for the travel in the end. Dinos with great defense to start this game.
So the Dinos lead 2-0. They have the basketball with it. It's Warburton past a half-court stripe, picked up there. Takes it to the right side, now picks up his dribble. Gives it to Mortensen, back to Warburton, back over to Cannon. Cannon down underneath, it goes to Ty. Shot up no good. Good defense that time by Delta, but the ball goes to Orth, and he missed the layup. It just rolled around the rim and wouldn't drop, and the rebound comes down. Delta 2-0, 6:30 left to play.
That's what happens sometimes. You just got to bounce back from it.
Swing it over to the right side. It goes to Brow. Brow on the baseline right side. Now dribbles into the paint. Puts up a shot. Blocked. Whistle. Foul on Carbon, I believe it is. It's foul on... That is going to go on Cannon Mortensen. It's going to be his first. First team foul comes with 6:20 left to play in the first quarter, and it's 2-0.
And you can see when they decided to whistle him, Sonny, from up here. He had the nice block, but then he followed it up after the offensive rebound, brought his arm down just a little too much, made some contact, gets whistled.
Actually, the foul's on Orth.
Oh.
And the first free throw is up and good.
Well, Sonny, disregard everything I just said.
First free throw by Brow is up and good. And it's 2-1. Second free throw up, nothing but net as well. So the free throw line ties this game up with 6:18 left to play. Warburton gives it over the right side. It goes to Lancaster. Lancaster with the ball on the right side, right angle. Picks up his dribble. Guarded there. It looks like playing man-to-man right now is Delta on the ground. Scramble for the ball. Timeout. It will be a turnover for Carbon as it was taken away by Topham, and then the timeout called while he was on the ground. That's a good alert play for Delta, and they'll get the ball back tied at 2 with 6 minutes left to play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, head coach Curtis Topham there. Very timely timeout call. Saw his guys were in danger of risking that jump ball. If I remember right, still would have been Delta possession, but still good to get that turnover instead, not risk any unnecessary rolling around. That's a good move from the ninth-year head coach.
So we've played 2 minutes, one foul on the Dinos, no fouls on Delta. Just underway here at Carbon High School. Sit back, enjoy Carbon basketball. Sonny Buscarini, Aiden Mortensen bringing you the action here from Carbon High School, as you call it.
The Jurassic Park. I can't believe no one's tried to claim that yet. It goes right along with the Dino theme.
6:04 left to play, and it comes, and it will be Delta basketball. Past a half-court stripe, they go with Robinson on the right side, picked up there by Warburton. Kicks it over the right side to Topham. Topham stopped there by Orth. Back over to the left side. Now a drive to the basket, whistle, and a travel. Trying to go to the basket and make something happen was Bronco Bundy, but he gets called for the travel. You know, I like that play by Bundy because you're putting it in the ref's hand. You're going to the basket.
Yeah, no, he did a good job getting there. Just unfortunately took a few extra steps before he could complete his journey.
Orth at the three-point line, swings it over to Cannon. Cannon with the ball in the paint. Kicks it back outside to Lancaster. Down to Warburton. Back to Lancaster. He'll take the three from the right corner. Shot is up, and it's an air ball. Goes out of bounds. Goes over to Delta with 5:31 left to play in the first quarter, and we're tied at 2. And so far, both teams have had a hard time getting the ball to go in the basket.
Yeah, when you have shots like that, son, you got to be thankful you're playing in your home gym because opposing student sections would let you have it.
Right. So the Rabbits with the basketball. Over to the left side, it goes to Robinson. Robinson down on the baseline, back to Robinson. Down in the paint, it goes to Brow. Back outside of Robinson. Back down to Brow. Brow fakes, puts it up, blocked. And then a tie ball will go to the Rabbits with 4:54 left to play, tied at 2 still.
That was a good block by Ty Mortensen. Stayed straight up, swatted it out of the air, ties it up afterwards. Couldn't get the rebound, but you did force a miss. And that's what matters here, especially in a 2-2 ball game. Both teams playing stellar defense right now.
Brow will throw the ball in on the baseline as we have a little bit of a conversation here at the scorer's table with the referee. I'm not quite sure what the conversation is about, but nevertheless, 7:54 left to play in the first quarter, tied at 2. Dinos have 1 foul. No fouls on the Rabbits. And Brow will throw the ball in on the baseline. And it comes to Robinson for 3. No good. It's long. Hits the top of the scoreboard, and it will go over to the Carbon Dinos with 4:54 left to play, tied at 2.
And neither team really able to get a bucket right now. Seems like there's a lid on the rim.
So with the basketball right now, it is Lancaster. Gives it down underneath to Ty Mortensen. Finds a little path to the basket. Can't get it to go, and the rebound comes down to the Rabbits. Quickly down the floor comes Robinson. Takes it all the way. Pass down underneath in the paint. Up and no good. Offensive rebound by a Bundy after the miss. Kick it outside. 3-point shot down the barrel. No good by Topham. And the rebound comes down to the Dinos with 4 minutes left to play. On the baseline. Go to the basket. Shot good. With that basket, it is Carter Warburton. He has all 4 for the Dinos, and they lead 4-2.
That's what I like about Warburton in this game in the starting lineup. He is the energy guy. He can get this scoring started. He has all 4 points right now. He's probably going to score in bunches more the rest of the game.
Brow kicks it outside. 3-point shot down the barrel. No good by Robinson. Offensive rebound down underneath by Driggs, and a whistle and a foul. And Driggs will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 with 3:51 left to play first quarter. 4-2 the score. The Dinos up 2.
I'm always impressed by offensive rebounds, Sonny. It doesn't matter how tall you are. It is a dogfight when the ball bounces off. You're fighting 2 or 3 opposing players. So being able to come away with it, and get the whistle, that's just a testament to how much he wanted it.
Driggs gets the first free throw to go. Eyes the bucket for free throw number 2. Puts it up, and it is good as well. So all 4 points for Delta has come from the free throw line. The 4 points for the Dinos have come from Carter Warburton. That's where we sit right now, 4-4. With the basketball, it's Sorensen, who just chucked into the ballgame for the Carbon Dinos. Swing it over to the left side. It goes to Mortensen. Cannon takes it inside, kicks it down underneath. Shot is up. No good off the front of the iron for Carlson, and the rebound comes down to the Rabbits. They come down the floor, try to take the lead. Drive inside, kick over baseline left is up, and an air ball by Driggs, and it comes down to the Dinos. With the basketball, it's Cannon. Cannon Mortensen gives it over to Warburton. Back to Cannon. Drives inside, puts up a shot, no good, whistle and a foul. To the free throw line to shoot 2 will be Cannon Mortensen. A chance for the Dinos to take the lead back as we're tied at 4 with 3:06 left first quarter.
Cannon shooting 63% from the charity stripe on the season. Took an absolute hit on that one, but he walks right back up like the soldier he is.
First free throw, good. First free throw of the ball game. For the Dinos, count it as good. So the score 5-4. Dinos lead by 1. One more free throw to come. 3:06 left to play here in the first quarter. Second free throw up and good as well. So going up to the free throw line to hit 2 free throws. Mortensen, he has 2 in the ball game, and the Dinos lead 6-4. Checking into the ball game is Drowby, and a turnover for Delta. As Drowby comes into the ball game, turnover. And also checking into the ball game is Cleaver. So some substitutions being made by Delta. They trail 6-4.
In the 10 points scored of this game, Sonny, 6 have come from the charity stripe. That's been really the only chance either team has been able to convert.
Warburton kicks it outside. Shot from about 15 up and no good for the Dinos, and the rebound comes down to Delta. Past the half-court stripe, they come on the right side with it. It's Topham. Spin move in the paint, puts up a tough shot, won't go. Nothing has come easy so far for Delta from the field. A whistle and a foul, and I believe it's going to be more free throws for Delta. To the free throw line goes Jayton Brow to shoot. Nothing has come easy from the field. It's all been free throws for Delta so far tonight.
Yeah, and Sonny, both teams have seemed to fall in love with the long two. Not the most efficient shot you could be taking, and it's showing on the scoreboard.
5 for 5 from the free throw line tonight for Delta. 6-5, the Dinos with the lead. 3 points for Brow. One more free throw to come. Eyes the bucket for free throw number 2. Puts it up, and it is good as well. So 4 points for Brow. And we are tied at 6. Down underneath it goes. Kick it back outside to Lancaster on the left side. Gives it to Warburton between the circles. Now comes left side. Gives it to Lancaster. Lancaster, cross-court pass to Sorensen. Sorensen down low. It goes to Carlson. Kick it outside to Mortensen. Whistle. Timeout. I think it's shot clock. Because the shot clock says 29. It has to be less than 29.
We've had more basketball than just 6 seconds. We were talking about it on the way here, Sonny. The shot clock does cause some problems for the table. I mean, it's not a job you can just assign to anyone. You have to know when to reset, when to partial reset, when to just stop it. It's a challenging job. I'm not going to discredit them at all.
Absolutely. 20 seconds is what they put on the shot clock. 2:11 left to play here in the first quarter, and it comes to Lancaster. Lancaster to Warburton, back to Lancaster. 3-point line, thought about it, changes his mind. Gives it to Warburton, back to Lancaster. He'll take it this time. Good! Evan Lancaster for 3. Give the assist from Warburton, and it's 9-6. Dinos up 3 with 1:50.
That was a good find on the assist. Lancaster does a good job nailing the 3.
3-point shot up, no good. Rebound comes down to Delta. 3-point shot. Halfway down, drops out by Bundy, and the rebound comes down to Warburton. Quickly down the floor, he comes, gives it to Lancaster. Lancaster to Warburton. Spin move in the paint, puts it up, no good, whistle foul. That's a nice play by Carter as he goes to the basket. And like I said, I always like when kids go to the basket because you put it on the ref's shoulders, you get fouled, you get free throws. And to the free throw line to shoot 2 will go Carter Warburton.
And he does such a good job of driving to the hoop, Sonny. He's patient, he knows his lane. And a lot of the time, he's just so aggressive about it. He doesn't fear contact like some other players would. He goes in there like a bull in a china shop. He's ready to cause some damage, and he gets rewarded for it at the charity stripe.
Free throw up, no good. Free throw number 2 to come. Eyes the bucket for number 2. Puts up the shot, and it's no good as well.
Warburton, normally a 69% free throw shooter, 0-2 on that trip to the line.
Minute 24 left to play, 9-6 to score. Delta with the basketball, taken in the paint, ball knocked away, out of bounds, off Carbon. That's a good call. That's a good call.
There was about 5 things he had to pay attention to as an official on that play. But yeah, I think he made the right call, delivered the ball to the Dinos as he was in midair. Just a heads-up play from Delta, too.
So they'll throw the ball in on the baseline. Will the Rabbits throwing the ball in will be Topham. He gets it back after the throw-in on the baseline right. Drives inside, puts it up and in. Baseline move for Tate, and he gets his first basket of the ball game, and it's 9-8.
And in a game where buckets have been hard to come by, that one just looked a little too easy for him.
3-point shot, Dinos, no good. Mortensen with the miss. Cannon tried to put the 3 up, no good, and the fast break the other way. They'll slow it up now. With the basketball, it's Robinson. 3-point shot, right wing, no good. Battle for the rebound underneath comes to Delta. A whistle and a foul on the ground.
Oh, and Sorensen is holding his leg on the court. He's calling for out. He's holding his knee right now, falling to the ground. He is in some obvious pain. He has a brace on one knee already. I hope it's not the same one, but he looks like he is in a lot of pain right now.
45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. We'll take a break with the action here, and it's a 9-8 Carbon Dino lead right here on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play.
You've been accused of doing something illegal. Now it's time for a strong defense in the game of legal matters. Let Oliver Law tackle your case. Robert Oliver believes in innocent until proven guilty. Oliver Law brings you a strong defense for the best possible outcome for your criminal case. And when it's time to go on offense, Robert Oliver has the game plan to tackle your legal troubles. Call 435-637-6060 or go to robertoliverlegal.com to request a free consultation. Robert Oliver, passionate about defending the underdog.
Carbon High School basketball on KRPX 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back, Carbon Dino basketball here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. Sorensen with a little bit of help off the floor, looking in a little bit of pain.
Yeah, no, he didn't look good. He took a slip as he was running down court on that last fast break attempt. Looked like he tweaked something. Hopefully he's okay.
Rollinson will go to the free throw line to shoot free throws for Delta after the inbounds pass. He's just checked into the game, and immediately is at the free throw line. So he eyes the bucket for free throw number 1, and it's up and short. That's the first miss of the ball game for Delta with 44 seconds left to play in the first quarter, and the Dinos lead 9-8.
Yeah, not the most surprising thing to see him miss there, averaging 30% free throw shooting on the season.
Second free throw up and good. So he has his first points of the ball game, and the Dinos with it. Knocked away in a turnover by the Carbon Dinos, and belonging to the ball now, it's Delta with a 9-9 lead. 28 seconds left to play, shot clock off. Robinson with the ball, gives it down underneath. It goes to Rollinson, shot up and in. So he comes into the ball game and scores three quick points, Aiden, and it's 11-9 now in favor of Delta.
Yeah, and that's always scary to see someone who can check in the game have that impact be felt immediately.
Orth is hit hard as he goes to the basket and a whistle. That's only team foul number 3 with 9 seconds left to play, so the Dinos will throw it in on the baseline. That's that new foul rule, so this last 9 seconds, they can play a little bit physical. Timo with the ball on the left side, out of bounds. The ball goes off the hands of Cannon Mortensen for the turnover.
Yeah, and you just can't have that right now. Delta with a chance for a last shot now.
Robinson with a runner between the circles, off the glass, almost got it to go. That was close, but it falls in. I was going to say incomplete to the ground anyways. And it's 11-9.
It'd still be incomplete.
It would be, yes. 11-9 Delta through 1 quarter of play. Good first quarter, but right at the end there, Delta makes a little run. They take the 9-11 lead over the Carbon Dinos. We'll return right after this. Carbon Dino basketball on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
At San Rafael Health, they believe everyone deserves compassionate and dedicated care. Whether you're looking for a place for mom, dad, or any loved one, the doors are open. San Rafael Health accepts private pay, Medicaid, Medicare, and commercial insurance, ensuring quality health care is accessible for all. Let the family at San Rafael Health take care of your family. Call today at 384-2301 and let San Rafael Health provide the care your loved ones deserve.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Basketball on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back. 11-9, Delta with the lead over the Carbon Dinos after 1 quarter of play. Good first quarter of basketball for both teams. A pretty good defense, which has caused both teams to have a problem to put the ball in the basket because of the defense.
That's been the story of the game, Sonny. Both defenses giving each other fits as shots have been rare to come by. A lot of these points coming courtesy of the charity stripe. Dinos looking to break that going into the second quarter, as well as the Rabbits.
So with the basketball, it's Cannon Mortensen. Gives it over to Ty Mortensen. Ball knocked away, controlled by Delta. Now it's on the floor, and Delta does come up with it. So a turnover for the Dinos. That's number 4. 11-9 the score. Delta with the lead in the ball. With the basketball, it's Bundy. Bundy picks up his dribble, kicks it outside. It goes to Brow. Brow between the circles. Back to Bundy on the right side. Bundy inside, puts it up and in. Bronco Bundy with the first basket of the ball game for him, and it's 13-9.
And he does a good job of getting defenders to overcommit on one side before spinning around, having himself a lane to the hoop like he did right there against Orth.
Cannon with the ball, gives it to Lancaster, kicks it outside to Ty. Ty Mortensen gives it to Tima, finds a little gap in the lane, loses it, gets it back. Lancaster for 3 on the baseline. Long, no good, rebound Delta. 7:02 left to play now, and the Dinos can't let this game get out of hand now. It's a 4-point lead, and I felt the tide has turned a little bit in this momentum.
It has. Delta is starting to score more efficiently. They're looking a little more confident down there. The Dinos at points are just looking a little confused.
Robinson swings it over to the left side. Down low it goes to Driggs, and the shot up, no good. Rebound Dinos. Lancaster comes out of the pack. Fast break ahead to Mortensen. Puts it up and in. Nice pass from Lancaster to Cannon Mortensen. And he lets the flyby go past, and then he gets the easy 2, 13-11.
Yeah, faked him right out of his shoes, Sonny. Great patience from Cannon Mortensen.
Robinson gives it down underneath the Brow. 15-foot shot short. Gets his own rebounds. The Dinos just watched it go right back to him. Kick it out on the baseline. Shot is an air ball on the right side by Bundy, and the rebound comes down. The Dinos knocked away in a turnover.
Yeah, a bit of a miscommunication there from Carbon, but a backcourt violation against the Rabbits. Or, excuse me, probably a carry.
Must have been a carry. 6:06 left to play here in the first half and 13-11. Warburton checks in. Timo will come out for the Carbon Dinos.
Yeah, Warburton been providing the energy for Carbon all night long. He got a second to rest. Now he's back in, looking to provide another spark and retake the lead.
So far, a good game here at Carbon High School. Mortensen with the ball. Ball knocked away in a turnover, number 6 for the Dinos.
Bit of a miscommunication there, Sonny. Both those players looked like they knew what they wanted to do, but each had separate ideas of what they wanted the other to do.
Bundy drives the baseline, whistle, and a foul on the ground. So it's not a shooting foul. It's on the ground with 5:46 left to play. It's 13-11. They'll throw the ball in on the baseline.
It's probably for the best. Bundy shoots 63% from the free throw line this season.
In it comes. Three-point shot. Good. Three-point shot for Mason Robinson. His first basket of the ball game, and it's 16-11.
And they're just going to keep force-feeding him the three. If it's open, he's going to take it, and he was bound to make one eventually after being held quiet in the first quarter.
Warburton for three. Good.
Little tween hezzy pull up there for Carter. Warburton answers back with a three of his own.
He has 7 in the ball game. 16-14. Robinson with the ball. Now on the left side it goes. Knocked away in a turnover. Turnover number 5 for Delta. We come the other way. It's Cannon Mortensen. 3-point line. Now gets it to Warburton. Baseline move. Puts up a runner. Good. Carter's filling it tonight.
And he's the kind of player who can have an immediate impact on the court. I mean, he came back into this game, Sonny. The Dinos have gone on a run, and they're responding back in a big way as he forces a travel against the Rabbits.
So it's 16-16, and the Dinos get the ball back on the turnover.
Yeah, and Carter Warburton, it was a player who's just waiting for a moment to shine. And right now, Sonny, he's getting that moment, showing the coaches what he can do. I wouldn't be surprised to see him fill that starting role more often.
A push-off foul on Carter Warburton. So that's turnover number 7 for the Dinos. But 4:45 left to play here in the first half, and we're tied at 16. We got a good game.
Yeah, and that's the risk you run when you're playing aggressive style of basketball. Sometimes you get called for that push-off. But I just hope he keeps staying at it.
Bundy with the ball, triple teamed. Kicks it outside. It goes to Brow. Brow back to Bundy. Finds a little gap. Drives inside. Puts up a shot. Hits the bottom of the basket. Gets it back. Shot up and no good. Rebound Bundy. Swings it over. Shot no good. Offensive rebound. A whistle and a foul on the Rabbits.
That one's going to go against Jayton Brow. Looks at the ref, asks, was it me? And ref nods, yes. Yes, it was. As Dinos have stormed back into this one, looked a little confused at the start, Sonny. We talked about this. The Dinos, when they're playing well, they play extremely well, but when they go through spurts where they're struggling, it really shows on the scoreboard.
Warburton with the ball, has the dribble, gives it over to Mortensen. This is Cannon. Goes around the screen, pass down underneath, is thrown away in a turnover, number 8 for the Dinos. Not taking as well care of the ball here in the second quarter as they did the first. With the basketball, it is Topham. Robinson finds a little gap on the baseline. Easy 2, scores.
And Dinos were expecting him to shoot the three. He knows they're expecting him to shoot the three. Fakes, drives in, gets the easy floater.
Lancaster for 3. No good. Rebound underneath, a scramble for it, and a whistle and a foul. Bodies go to the ground. Referees do a good job.
They do, and it looks like they're just going to call that one jump ball possession arrow in favor of the Rabbits.
Cannon comes out. Orth comes in for the Carbon Dinos. 3:45 left to play in the first half, 18-16. We'll get you some scores as soon as we get some available for you. Here it's 18-16. The Rabbits leading by 2. Stolen. Fast break. Ahead to Warburton. Lay it up and in. He has 11. They get the steal. Nice assist. Warburton finishes. We're tied at 18.
I love watching Warburton go to work. He's having himself a night right now.
Best first half of the season so far for Carter. And he looks so much more relaxed starting this game tonight.
Oh, he does. He looks very calm down there. Yeah. He looks like he's in a zen. He's really moving the ball with efficiency. He's in the right place at the right time on defense. He knows his assignment. He's someone who the Dinos, I think, could really be a missing piece for this offense if he gets more time in the starting unit.
3:20 left to play first half. We're tied at 18. Dino basketball, 95-3 the Peak. Where the Dinos play.
Mommy, I don't feel good.
Caring for each and every customer and their needs is the foundation of what Smart Health Pharmacy is all about. So when I need a prescription or advice, I can depend on the pharmacist at Smart Health.
Looking for a new pharmacy? It's never been easier to transfer your prescriptions to Smart Health. Call 687-5050 or go to smart-healthrx.com. Download their app today with convenient drive-through at 221 North Main Street, Huntington.
It's your health. Be smart about it.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Basketball on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back, Carbon Dino Basketball. The Dinos get the ball. We're tied at 18, 3:20 left to play. Warburton throws it into Lancaster back to Carter. Warburton past the half-court stripe, now picked up between the circles. Comes right side, gives it to Lancaster. Bounce pass down underneath to Carlson. Fall away 10, no good. Rebound comes down to Delta. There to get the rebounds, Driggs. Driggs hands the ball off to Bundy. Bundy past the half-court stripe, gives it to Robinson on the baseline. Got away with the travel, back outside to Bundy. Guarded by Warburton, goes around. Bounce pass down underneath to Driggs. Back outside it goes to Bundy for three, and good. Bundy has 5. He hits the 3. Nice ball movement that time by Delta, and it's 21-18.
Carbon does a good job taking away the paint, but they do sacrifice some perimeter defense in cases like that.
Orth with the ball, drives in the paint, finds a little gap, lays it up, no good. Whistle, and an offensive foul on the Carbon Dinos, and we come the other way. A foul is on Warburton, and that's his 3rd. And he's going to have to take a seat.
And that's the problem with an aggressive style of defense, Sonny. You do get yourself into foul trouble. And right now, he's probably going to sit the rest of this half and probably well into the third. You don't want him picking up those 4th and 5th fouls, disqualifying him from the game.
Absolutely. Driggs with the double dribble and a turnover for Delta with 2:27 left to play. 21-18, Delta leads by 3. Dino ball. On the floor for the Dinos, Lancaster, Cannon, and Ty, Carlson, and Orth. That's the 5 on the floor for the Carbon Dinos. Orth with the ball on the right side, picked up there by Robinson. Gives it to Ty to Cannon. Cannon Mortensen drives inside. Cannon back to the basket, spin move in the paint. Ball knocked away in a turnover for the Dinos. Turnover number 9. Delta comes the other way with a 3-point lead in the ball.
Yeah, almost matching their season average in turnovers in one half. That's not a good sign for Carbon.
Rawlinson gives it outside to Bundy between the circles. Back outside of Rawlinson. Back outside it goes. 3-point shot long. No good by Topham. And the rebound underneath goes to Rawlinson. Bounce pass to Driggs. Robinson lost it out of bounds on a turnover. Tried to do something with the ball before the ball got to his hands, Aiden. And he lost it out of bounds. And the Dinos have a chance to cut this lead to 1 and possibly a tie, trailing by 3 with 1:37 left to play.
Yeah, big minute and a half for Carbon trying to tie this one before they go into the halftime break.
Mortensen for 3. Won't go this time for Cannon, and the rebound comes down to Delta, and it's Driggs. Whistle and a timeout. 1:25 left to play. Timeout called by Delta. 21-18, the score with 1:25 left to play here in the first half. We have a good one, Aiden, no doubt about it. The Dinos not letting this game get out of control. They've kept it in, although it seemed like here in the second quarter the momentum has changed a little bit to Delta. But the Dinos have done a good job fighting in this ball game to keep it close. Only 3 points.
Yeah, they found themselves down by 3 points, but they've done a good job of going blow for blow with Delta. They're maintaining pace with the Rabbits. They're not getting ran off the court right now. But what worries me, Sonny, is the amount of offensive rebounds that the Dinos are giving up. You see play after play. The Delta Rabbits are getting 2, maybe 3, sometimes even 4 shots at the basket offensively, thanks to their aggressiveness on the board. Offensive rebounding and rebounding in general is a game of who wants it more, and right now, Sonny, that's the Rabbits.
So Delta with the basketball, 1:25 left to play in the first half. Tima back onto the floor for the Carbon Dinos. Bringing the ball up the floor, it's Bundy. Bundy at the top circle. Keeps his dribble alive, picked up there by Lancaster. Goes to the left side. Goes to Topham. Rawlinson. Good defense by the Dinos. Bounce pass goes down underneath the Driggs. Kick it outside to Bundy. Good defense by the Dinos, knocked away. The ball remains Delta, but that's good defense by Tima. He's playing hard down there on the defensive side of the ball, making it really difficult for Bundy to go to the basket.
He's like a fly. You just can't get away from you. He's batting that ball away.
Shot before the shot clock goes off. No good. Offensive rebound underneath. Shot up and no good by Driggs in the rebound. Dinos. Under a minute left to play. Lancaster with the ball left side. Now goes right. Kicks it over to the team up. Fakes to three. Gives it back to Lancaster. Swings it to Cannon. Cannon Mortensen. 3-point line. Picks up his dribble. Gives it over to Lancaster. Drives the baseline. Right side. Picks up the dribble. The ball intercepted. Turnover number 10. Fast break the other way, and Tima gets back on defense. And that's a good play because he commits the foul. They're going to have to take the ball in on the side because it was going to be an easy basket for Delta.
You know, that was a smart foul, reaching in, stopping the fast break, making him inbound it from the baseline. It gives Carbon time to set up their defense in the half court, something which they've really caused Delta to have fits with.
With the basketball, swing it right side, 3-point shot up, no good. Rebound underneath by Delta. Nice pass by Topham as he finds Rawlinson for the easy two, and it's 23-18. 7 seconds left to play. Lancaster has the ball knocked away. Scramble for it. Picked up. Oh, he can't. That should be... They're going to talk about this as the ball was still in play. Coach Brower touched it. I think the ball was still in bounds. Let's see what they decide here. They're going to tell the players to go to the bench, and I think Coach Brower touched the ball that was still in bounds, don't you think?
I think so, Sonny. He's laughing about it, though, right now. We'll see what the refs have to say. They have a better vantage point of exactly where it was and where the clock was when the violation occurred. We'll see what they say. Gonna have to break out my favorite journalist word, alleged.
It's going to be a technical, I believe. So there's going to be a technical foul. I think it's going to be a technical on the Carbon Dinos, and shooting free throws will be Delta.
And it looks like that is the case, Sonny, as they're sending to the line Mason Robinson this season shooting 91% from the charity stripe. He's going to, if you get to pick your shooter, Sonny, he's one that you're going to want going to the line time and time again.
Free throw is up and good. He has 6. 8 for 9 from the line tonight for the Rabbits. Free throw number 2, 24-18. Up and good. He has 7. 9 for 10 from the line. The clock says 8 minutes, so they've got to put some time back on the clock here.
I guess in this case, take some time off. 8 minutes for what was...
Yeah, they'll get the clock fixed here. AD Ted Bianco down there trying to get the clock to work. I think they're having some problems down there, but there we go. That's 1.7 left to play.
That's how I feel when I get called in the office to fix someone's email. You know, walk over there, stand there with some authority, look like you know what you're doing. That's 90% of it, Sonny.
2 free throws good on the technical foul. And with the basketball, it's Delta with 1.7 seconds left to play. In it comes Robinson for 3. No good, and that's how the first half ends. We've played a half of basketball here at Carbon High School. Good first half. Delta leads the Dinos 25-18. When we come back, it will be the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show right here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
Soups are in at Swift's Stop and Shop, your gas and convenience store with more. Serving up delicious cook-to-order food like Swift's Soup of the Day and Soup and Sandwich combos, less than $5. Check their Facebook page and see what they're serving.
Oh, by the way, Swift is a Shell station. So if you have a Smith's fuel card, you can redeem your fuel rewards points at Swift. So pump up the savings and
start slurping some soups. From Swift Stop and Shop, North Main Street in Helper.
Open late.
Hi, this is Tim Prane, manager of Cache Valley Bank. Cache Valley Bank would like to wish everyone happy holidays and hope you have a safe and enjoyable Christmas season. We look forward to moving together towards a bright and prosperous new year. Cache Valley Bank is grateful to serve the communities and people of the Castle Valley. Stop by and see how we can help meet all your financial needs. Cache Valley Bank, located on the corner of First West and Main Street in Price.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Remodeling as easy as 1, 3. 123 Remodeling. From basements to ceilings, indoor to outdoor. Chris Nunez at 123 Remodeling is local, licensed, and insured. Framing, plumbing, electrical, drywalling, patios, garage doors. 123 Remodeling can build it, install it, and repair it. Chris is with the all-new 123 Remodeling. Call 435-630-2215. 630-2215.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Feel the force of the Ram heavy-duty truck, the power horse beast that thrills with its performance. Hi, this is Thad. Imagine saving up to $15,000 off the original MSRP. Auto Farm has 15 at the ready and waiting for a test drive, including 5 hard-to-find dualies, exceptional strength, unprecedented durability, and might that echoes in every gear shift. Demand the best from your heavy-duty jobs. Demand a Ram heavy-duty from Auto Farm. Because with Ram, it's just not driving. It's just not a lifestyle. Don't just imagine. Come in and test drive away today.
Imagine this. You're cruising down the highway, windows down, music up, but suddenly your car sputters. Don't let car troubles break your stride. At Cars, Complete Auto Repair Service in Wellington, they're dedicated to keeping your vehicle running smoothly so you can keep enjoying those flawless drives. From regular maintenance like oil changes and wheel alignments to tune-ups and even new tires, Cars is here to help. Visit Cars today and drive away confident knowing your car is in its best shape ever.
The Dinos play here on 95.3 FM, The Peak.
Welcome back. Halftime here, 25-18. Delta with the lead over the Carbon Dinos, Aiden. As we take a look at some stats here in the first half, leading the way for Delta is Mason Robinson. He has 7 points in the first half, averaging 9.6 per game, 7 here in the first half. Good first half of basketball for Mason.
And all 7 of those points, Sonny, came in the second quarter. Really found his stroke, hits a 3, gets 2 trips to gets 2 free throws due to that technical foul at the end. And he's just really found his stride heading into the second stages of this game.
Bronco Bundy, 5 points in the ball game. Coming in off the bench, Jet Rawlinson. He has 5 points as well. A little bit of a spark plug for Delta to come off the bench for the Rabbits. 5 points. Jayton Brow with 4 points in the ball game. Kobe Driggs with 2. Tate Topham with 2 for Delta. They have shot 10 free throws. They made 9. They have 9 turnovers and 11 points in the first quarter, 14 in the second quarter for a total of 25 for Delta.
Yeah, and they had a very good second quarter, and that's what we've talked about all year, Sonny, is the Dinos have stretches of basketball where they look really good, but then they kind of fall apart and have 4 or 5 minute stretches where they really struggle, and we've seen both of those worlds here today as Delta kind of has had their way with offensive rebounds, especially. That's been the biggest problem I've had with Carbon all night long, is they're giving up too many offensive rebounds. They have players sometimes grabbing these things uncontested, pulling it down, getting 2, 3, sometimes 4 putbacks on the game. I think that's something that's not sustainable, because at some point you got to think Delta is going to start making those.
Right. Taking a look at the Carbon Dinos tonight, leading the way with a very good first half. The junior Carter Warburton, he has 11. Unfortunately, the 3 fouls made him sit there towards the end of the second quarter, because You don't want him to get his fourth foul. He had a really good first half of basketball, but the 3 fouls slowed him down a bit.
And the hard thing is, Sonny, you might not see him again until the fourth quarter. Coach Brower knows he plays an aggressive style of basketball, so that could go either way. When he's on, like you said, 11 points. But with that aggressiveness also comes the potential for a lot of fouls, and that's where he finds himself right now. He has 2 more before he gets disqualified from the game. I think you got to be smart about how you manage that. It's going to be hard because he's the spark plug, but at the same time, you're going to want him in when crunch time rolls around.
Trailing by 7, I think to start the third quarter he has to be in. I think he has to be in the game, and then if he does pick up foul number 4, then you have to sit him. But you have to hope that he doesn't commit that quick fourth foul. I think he has to be in there.
It's going to be a tough one, Sonny, because it could go either way.
Yeah.
I think if they do choose to start him to start this half, I think Charles Tima looked very good defensively at the end of that quarter. He did a good job playing aggressive defense, had a smart foul that stopped a fast break, led to a turnover from Delta. And I think if you are going to start this quarter with Warburton on the bench, then Tima is a good replacement. He's not going to do everything Carter can do, but he's going to be someone who can fill that role that the Dinos need him to.
Right. Cannon Mortensen with 4, Evan Lancaster with 3. Only 3 players for the Carbon Dinos have scored in the first half. That's rare for this Carbon basketball team.
It is, and I think what's going to happen is all of the players scoring the Delta defense is going to switch their attention to the likes of Cannon Mortensen, Carter Warburton, Evan Lancaster, and I think that'll open up Orthmore for a scoring explosion in the second half. We see it time and time again, Sonny. He is really good offensively in the second half of basketball. He figures out the weaknesses of opposing defenses, and it allows him to get to the rim with a lot of efficiency.
Dinos shooting 2 for 4 from the free throw line tonight, 50%. 10 turnovers in the ball game. At the end of one, Delta led 11-9, outscoring Carbon by 2. And then Delta outscoring Carbon by 5 in the second quarter. That's where they have their 7-point lead, 25-18. Good first half of basketball. Defensive-wise, both teams having a problem putting the ball in the basket. I think because of the defense on both teams, they're playing very well.
They are, and that's what Delta does best. They take these good scoring teams and they bottle them up. They make them become one-dimensional, and teams struggle when they have those second, those third options taken away, and that's what's happening to Carbon right now. But, Sonny, looking at Delta over the course of their season, 4 of their 7 wins have come by double digits. That is something the Dinos can't afford happening. You want to keep this one in single digits games where the Rabbits are about 500, 3-2 in games decided by single digits. In games decided by 3 or less, they're 2-1. That one coming against the Emory Spartans last week, like we talked about, that buzzer-beating shot. So you want to keep this one close with Delta. You want to keep this one within single digits, keep it within striking distance, because if you let it run away, especially at the start of the third quarter, there's a good chance Delta's going to hold that lead.
Our sister station, KOIL, Emory. Jordan is up in Emory High School tonight playing Richfield, and the last that we've seen, Richfield had the lead over the Emory Spartans.
That they did, Sonny. Right now, midway through the third quarter, Richfield leading the Spartans 38-21. Richfield, one of those teams predicted to win Region 12. It was a toss-up between them, Canyon View, and Juab. We saw Juab last week, and they looked like a contender, and they shot the lights out. That's what differentiates them. Richfield, it's like they do in football. They play hard-nosed basketball. They stick to the fundamentals. They know their assignments. They know them well, and they play that style of basketball. And that's why we see time and time again, Richfield's just consistent across all sports.
You know, they're tough in football. They're tough in basketball. We do a lot of, we do the Carbon games, and we see Richfield a lot, and they're always tough.
You know, Sonny, as a former high school student, and as someone calling Carbon games, I really don't like playing the Wildcats because of that very reason. They're so consistent. It drives you crazy because you finally think you have an edge on them, and they pull something out. They find some new players. They get a new coach, and they just maintain the same level they were playing at. It's annoying.
We're ready for the start of the third quarter. You've been listening to the Castle Valley Orthodontics Halftime Show. I want to thank our sponsors to help bring you Carbon Dino Sports here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast tonight. It's a good game. Sonny Buscarini, Mortensen here with you at Carbon High School. We'll have a game Friday night as well. You'll be going to Richfield Friday night?
Yeah, I'll be going to Richfield doing some play-by-play. I'll actually be meeting up with my old college commentating buddy's name's Dallin Richards. Lots of experience. Does the ESPN broadcasts down at Southern Utah University. We'll be meeting up and bringing you that Richfield game. Pre-game starts at 6:30 with the Landon's Diesel Service pre-game show. Tip-off to follow at 7 live from Richfield High School.
So as we get ready to start second half, the Carbon Dinos will get the ball first. They go right to left on your radio dial, and we're ready to go here. It's the Carbon Dinos and Delta, and we are underway. Lancaster with the basketball. Right side it goes to Cannon Mortensen. Cannon with the ball. 3-point line, picks up his dribble, gives it back to Warburton on the left side. Now he works his way in, kicks it outside to Lancaster. Lancaster brings the ball back out, resets the offense. 19, plenty of time, whistle and a foul.
That was a good switch by Delta. They feel it coming. Driggs rubs off. Topham switches over. They nearly get the steal, commit the foul instead. But that's what's scary about defense. They play very disciplined.
So with the basketball, in it comes Mortensen to Lancaster. Lancaster with the ball between the circles. Gives it to Warburton on the right side. Picked up there by Robinson. Down underneath the Orth. Whistle and a travel. He caught the ball in the paint, took a couple of steps, a little bit out of position after the pass, and a turnover for the Dinos, and it goes over to Delta. With the basketball, it's Robinson. Robinson gives the ball off to Bundy. Bundy between the circles. Bundy still with the basketball, swings it left side. It's Brower, 3-point shot, won't go. Rebound Carbon. With it, it is Cannon. Cannon ahead to Lancaster. Lancaster with the ball to Ty. Ty Mortensen for 3. No good. Air ball. Goes to Orth. Orth outside to Cannon Mortensen for 3. No good. Rebound on the ground over the back. It's going to be on Driggs. Team foul number 2.
And Driggs stands at 6'7". Carter Warburton, not quite that tall. And that's partially what led to that. I mean, sometimes height plays an advantage to you. Other times, like right there, it's a disadvantage.
So with the basketball, nice inbounds pass from Warburton, and he finds Ty Mortensen in the paint for the easy 2, 25-20.
That was a good read by Warburton. Gets it into Mortensen and a better shot.
Robinson gives it to Bundy. Bundy back to Robin's side. Ball knocked away, turnover. Here come the Dinos. Fast break the other way. Cannon takes it all the way off the glass. Won't go. Halfway down, rebound comes down to Topham, and he'll bring it up the floor.
Lots of contact on that one. I think Mortensen was kind of anticipating a whistle there, just didn't get it.
With the basketball, Brow finds a little gap in the paint. Blocking foul on Carbon. Free throws.
We'll see who they call this one on. It's going to go against Orth with the blocking foul. And, I do agree with you now that I see Warburton on the court. I think it's good that he was able to start this half. He just has to keep playing smart down there. He can't afford to get that fourth foul this early in the second half.
Orth with his third foul, and the first free throw by Brow is up and no good. 25-20 the score with 6:19 left to play here in the third quarter. Carbon Dino basketball, 95-3 the Peak where the Dinos play. Eye in the bucket for free throw number 2 is good.
That was a rare miss tonight by Delta on that first one. They've been very solid from free throw land.
10 for 12. Down underneath it goes to Orth. The shot up, no good. Nice rebound underneath. Shot up and no good by Mortensen. The rebound comes down to Delta. They had a couple of good looks, couldn't get it to go, and here come the Rabbits. 26-20, 6 minutes left, third quarter. Bundy with the ball on the left side. Picked up by Orth, drives in the paint. Kicks it outside. Robinson for 3. Good from the baseline right. Robinson in double digits. Now he has 10. It's 29-20 now, the biggest lead of the game for Delta. Cannon. Cross-court pass goes to Orth. Orth go to the basket, puts it up, can't get it to go, and the rebound comes down to the Delta. The Rabbits knocked away, controlled by the Dinos. Count it. No. And the rebound with the basket. Ty Mortensen wouldn't go, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Ty Mortensen on the season, 36% shooter from the free throw line. You're hoping he breaks that, able to get 2 for 2, get something rolling for Carbon. Right now for the Dinos, it looks like the Rabbits are playing Jordan rules against Kyler Orth.
Free throw up and no good.
It seems like every time Orth gets into the paint, he's hammered by 2 or 3 Delta players.
Mortensen's second free throw was up, and it's good. He has 3. 3 for 6 from the line for the Dinos, 29-21. Bundy with the ball. Cross-court pass to Robinson, picked up by Warburton, back to Bundy. Bundy on the right side, double-teamed. Ball knocked away, he gets it back. Kicks it back outside to Robinson. Down underneath, running. Shot off the glass by Brower is up and good. He has 7. 10-point lead, 31-21.
And Sonny, right now the Rabbits are kind of running away with it. They need to stop the run now.
Orth for 3. No good. Rebound underneath. Cannon. Shot up, no good. Whistle and the foul. Free throws. Cannon Mortensen will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Try to cut this lead back to 8, 31-21.
Cannon has gone a perfect 2 for 2 from the line today. Shoots 63% on the season from the charity stripe. Looking to continue his perfect night right now.
As you said, Friday night, once again, Carbon Dino basketball, 95-3 the Peak. As the Dinos will battle Richfield in the first free throw up, and it is good by Cannon Mortensen.
First points of the half for him. He's up to 5 on the night.
Checking in the ball game will be Brow. 4:54 left to play here in the third quarter, 31-22. Free throw is up, and it is good. 6 points for Cannon. And the Dinos have cut this lead back to 8 again. Full court pressure being applied, and it comes to Robinson. Guarded by Warburton, past the half-court stripe. He tries to go, but good defense. Gives it to Bundy. Bundy to Brow. Nice pass down underneath. Shot up and no good by Cleaver, who checked into the ball game on the last dead ball. Gets his own rebound, whistle, and a foul on the ground. Foul number 2 on the Dinos. 4 fouls on Delta with 4:39 left to play in the quarter. The Dinos will be shooting free throws from here on out in the quarter. This could be an opportunity for the Dinos to cut into this lead. And just when I said that, a 3 by Robinson on the baseline right. Nothing but net, and it's an 11-point lead.
Dinos lost him on that one. He got wide open in the corner. The last place he wanted him to be, all alone, drains the shot.
Warburton drives inside, puts up a runner in the lane. No good. Rebound underneath Mortensen. Back to Warburton for 3. No good again. Rebound Mortensen. Shot up. No good. Whistle and a foul. There's a lid on the basket for the Dinos right now. They're working hard. Just can't get the ball to go in the basket. And to the free throw line goes Cannon Mortensen. He will shoot 2 with 4:13 left third.
I appreciate their effort on the offensive glass a lot more than I did in the first half. Cannon was fighting for that one. He fights off 2, 3, maybe even 4 Delta defenders to rip that one down, keep putting the ball back up, and in the end he's rewarded with the whistle and 2 free ones.
Free throw by Cannon's up and no good. Second free throw was up, and it's good. 7 in the ball game. 34-24, back to 10. Substitutions coming into the ball game.
And Cannon is one of those players you can always count on offensively if you need a spark. He's very solid in his fundamental shooting. He knows what he likes, and he gets to his spots very well, and he gets rewarded for it a lot of the time.
Carlson and Branch into the game for the Dinos. Full court pressure being applied by Carbon. It's Bundy. Bundy gives the ball to Brow. Brow past the half-court stripe, back to Bundy. Bundy finds a little gap, kicks it over on the baseline. Shot up and no good, partially blocked by the Dinos, and Cleaver comes up empty, and the rebound comes down to Evan Lancaster. Takes it the length of the floor, puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebound, Topham. And neither team with a lot of success putting the ball in the basket here in the third quarter. With the basketball, it's Brow. Brow kicks it outside, drive in, put it up, and Topham has 4.
That was a beautiful fake.
Yeah, 36-24. Dinos with the basketball. Bounce pass goes down underneath Carlson. Whistle and a foul on the ground. Free throws for the Carbon Dinos with 3:25 left to play.
And the referees have been calling this one a little bit looser in the third quarter. I kind of like that let them play mentality more than trying to whistle every little thing that happens on the court. Not sure the players like it that much, but, you can't win them all.
So free throw, first one up and halfway down and rolls around and pops out for the Dinos. So one more free throw to come for Carlson. Spit it out here. 36-24 with 3:25 left to play in the third. Second free throw up and no good as well. Rebound comes down to Delta with the 12-point lead in the ball. Full court pressure being applied by the Dinos. They break it easily, and they'll set the offense. They have the ball off the Topham on the left side. Topham swings it over to Bundy. Bundy drives in, kicks it outside of Robinson. Three from the same spot. He hit the last one, no good. Offensive rebound underneath, up and good. Rollinson gets the offensive board. Turnaround shot, good. It's up to 14. This is a danger time for the Dinos. Lancaster for three, good. Just when I said that, a big three by Evan. It's 38-27 with 2:50 left to play. Third quarter.
I was going to agree with you. The Dinos need to start putting up some points fast because they're letting this game run away from them. But a big three by Lancaster brings them back in.
Whistle and a foul. Reach foul on the Dinos. Number 3.
Student section not too happy about that call, Sonny. They were chanting some pretty negative things at the ref there. I like the hometown spirit, though. I like cheering your squad on.
So Delta will throw the ball in on the baseline. In it comes. 2:35 and running left to play. Third quarter, they lead by 11. Bundy with the ball on the right side, three-point line. Now gives it over to Topham. Topham drives in, puts it up. The ball sticks on the basket, between the basket and the backboard.
Yeah, it's like a high school bully, Sonny. It's a wedgie. Delta retains possession on that one.
With the jump ball belonging to Delta, they'll throw it in on the baseline with 2:27 left to play. 38-27, in it comes with the basketball. It's Delta. The ball knocked away and a turnover. Fast break the other way for the Dinos. Lancaster has it knocked away, gets it back, puts it up and in. 8 points for Evan Lancaster. 38-29, back down to 9.
That was good composure by Lancaster. Gets the ball ripped away from him, stays calm, gathers it, puts up a nice shot, gets the bucket.
Bundy with it. Bundy on the right side. Cross-court pass goes to Topham. Topham drives inside the paint. Shot up, no good. Knocked away by Warburton. Whistle. Count it, and a foul. Foul, and the free throw goes to Cleaver. Count it, and he'll get a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, Cleaver flexing on him, and I can't blame him. He ripped that offensive rebound down, goes up strong through pressure, gets rewarded with an and one opportunity.
Fouls on Mortensen. Ty picks up his second. Free throw up and no good, and rebound Dinos. Lancaster ahead. It goes to Cannon. Cannon Mortensen for three. Good. Cannon hits the three from the right side. He has 10 in the ball game. It's back down to 8. And the Dinos keep hanging around with a minute 40 left to play. Down underneath, shoot it up at the basket. It's Topham. Count it. He has 6. 42-32. They answer quickly. Dinos with the ball. It's Lancaster. Lancaster, top of the circle, drives inside off the glass. No good. Jump ball. We'll see.
They're calling jump ball.
Jump ball.
Like a little bit of emotional flair on the court down there. Ty Mortensen getting tired of getting bumped around by the Rabbits, trying to rip it away, and things get a little chippy for a second. Luckily, refs get in the way, blow that whistle before it could get too out of hand. Dinos retain possession, though, on the jump ball.
Cannon Mortensen will throw the ball in on the baseline for the Carbon Dinos with a minute 23 left to play third quarter, and it comes to Ord. Ord to Warburton. Warburton with the ball. Cross-court pass goes to Cannon Mortensen. Ball knocked away out of bounds. Dinos will retain possession with a minute 14 left to play, trailing by 10. Dinos have hung around.
And neither team wanted to lose right now. Bodies flying all over the place.
And it comes to Orth. Orth drives in, kicks it outside to Mortensen. Bounce pass to Warburton in the paint, puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebound underneath, whistle and a foul. So the free throw line to shoot will be Mortensen. He'll shoot 2 with a minute 5 left to play, regardless if it was in the act of shooting or not. They're past the 5 fouls, so 2 shots for the Dinos, any way you slice it.
I think one underrated aspect of Cannon Mortensen's game is his passing ability. Standing guarded very closely on the three-point line. Starts looking to one direction. There's a beautiful behind-the-back bounce pass to Carter Warburton. Goes up, misses, ties there to clean up the glass, goes back up strong, and gets rewarded with the trip to the free throw line.
Makes 1 out of 2. He has 4 in the ball game. The Dinos are 7 for 14 from the free throw line tonight, shooting 50 from the charity stripe with the basketball. It is Delta. 42-33, under a minute left to play, third quarter. Give over the right side, three-point shot, good. Drowby gets his first basket of the ball game as he hits the three, back up to 12. Driving inside the Dinos, the shot up by Mortensen, no good, and the rebound comes down to Rollinson. He'll hand it off to Robinson, across the half-court stripe. 27 on the shot clock, 31 on the game clock. Bounce pass down on the baseline, shot up no good, but a foul. And shooting free throws will be Brody Cleaver.
We've seen a lot more fouls from both of these teams this quarter. Carbon picks up their fifth. Delta was at 5 previously. So both teams playing aggressive, but the refs doing a good job keeping it under control.
Yep. Free throw up and out, no good. 10 for 14 from the free throw line tonight for Delta. 45-33, 28 seconds left to play.
It feels like every time Carbon gets something going for him, Delta responds in kind with a slightly larger run.
Second free throw is up and good. And Rollinson has 8 in the ball game. 11 for 15, Dinos with the ball. Ball knocked away and a turnover. Fast break comes the other way. With the basketball, it is Delta. Between the circles, and they'll set the offense. It's Topham. Shot clock off, 10 on the game clock. Swings it right side to Drowby. Hands it off to Topham. Takes a deep three. No good. Tipped up, no good. And we played 3 quarters. 3 quarters in the book here at Carbon High School. 46-33 the score. Delta leading the Carbon Dinos. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back for the fourth quarter. Here on 95.3 The Peak, it's where the Dinos play.
Well, this is way beyond my skills.
Time to call Frank.
Honey, did you mean my dad, Steve?
No, Frank at Central Commission and Helper. Frank and his staff will give me the best advice and supplies I need. He's the father of good advice and better than you at this stuff.
No argument there.
Central Commission and Supply Company is a family-owned and local hardware and lumber store. Plumbing, paint, electrical, with better prices, better service, and better knowledge than the big box stores. Central Commission, North Main Street in Helper.
Clean Cut Roofing and Siding.
Do you sell lightsaber chopsticks?
No.
Bagpipes?
Definitely not.
Screaming goats?
What?
I thought you said you had something for everyone.
Yes, something for everyone that needs any type of new roof or siding.
Oh, so no cowbells?
No, we're roofing and siding experts, but maybe with more cowbell.
Since 2003, you get peace of mind every time with Clean Cut Roofing and Siding. CleanCutRoofingSiding.com.
The Dinos play here on 95.3 FM, The Peak.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action just underway, and going strong to this basket is Delta. Shot up and no good, and a whistle and a foul. So it is 46-33 with 7:51 left to play here in the fourth quarter.
And again, Sonny, Delta's being aggressive on those offensive boards. Carbon just not doing a good job to yank them down.
Right.
And they're being rewarded for it time and time again.
Bounce underneath for the basket, and it's 48-33. Delta now starting to pull away.
Yeah, good shot by Rollinson there.
Ball knocked away. Fast break the other way, lay it up and in. 15 points on the ball game now for Robinson.
Yeah, just it's been a rough one. As another turnover for Carbon going the other way.
Lay it up and in. Topham, he has 8 points in the ball game.
And we talk about those stretches, Sonny, where Carbon just really struggles, and that was a perfect example of it. You give up the offensive rebounds, give up the easy basket off the inbound, turnover, fast break, turnover, fast break. Now we're at 52-33. So just a complete ideal start for the Dinos. It's hard to come back from that.
Yes, yeah, they're down now 19 points. Not a good start to the fourth quarter.
No, and that's what happened last game against Juab, Sonny. Juab scored they scored 24 points in the fourth quarter. Carbon was held to 9. And it started very similar to this. Several big shots coming early in the game for the Wasps, much like the Rabbits have here, and just Carbon unable to come back from the deficit they dig themselves into.
We'll take a quick break here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
Discover peace of mind with Dawn's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Dawn's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
Carbon High School basketball on KRPX 95.3 The Peak.
Here we go. Dinos with the basketball. 52-33 the score. Delta with the lead. Down underneath it goes. Shot up no good. And so the free throw line goes Cannon Mortensen. He'll shoot 2. Fouled in the act. They're shooting. See if the Dinos can get something going here. After that was a good timeout. They had to call a timeout there.
Oh, yeah, no, if you don't call a timeout there, I wouldn't be surprised to see Delta tack on 4 more fast break points. It was just a mighty struggle at the start of the quarter for Carbon as Cannon makes his first from the line.
8 for 15 from the free throw line. And Mortensen with 11 points in the ballgame. One more free throw to come. Eyes the bucket for free throw number 2. Puts it up, and it is good as well. So he has 12. Nice game for Cannon.
And he's been a really consistent fixture for Carbon this season, always reliable for a good 10 to 15 points.
Swing it outside with the basketball. It's Bundy. Drives in. Shot blocked out of bounds. But they'll get the ball back once again on the baseline.
Yeah, Cannon climbed that ladder up, tipped it out of the air and out of bounds. Even if Delta retains possession, that's a good hustle play. You can build off that if you're Carbon.
Brown will throw it in. In it comes. Deep it goes to Bundy between the circles, picked up there by Lancaster. Still with the basketball, steps back, 3-point line. Cross-court pass goes to Robinson. Swing it back over. Bounce pass down underneath to Driggs. Bundy for 3. No good. Rebound goes to Delta. They'll get another chance. 3-point shot, good. Robinson has 18 points in the ballgame. He's averaging 9. He's doubled that. He's had a great game. Yeah, he's one of the reasons why they lead by 20. 3-point shot up, no good by the Dinos. Rebound comes down to Delta, and we come the other way. Fast break, 3-on-2. Dinos get back, doesn't matter. Lay it up and in. Driggs has 4, and they start to pull away now, 57-35.
Just when I think Carbon was finding some momentum, Delta comes, snatches it right back away, answers with Carbon's mini run with a much bigger run of their own.
Warburton with the ball. Reach foul. Foul's going to be on Robinson. It'll be the foul number 2. 5:56 left to play here in the ball game. 57-35. Delta off to a really good fourth quarter start. They led by 13 going into the fourth quarter. All of a sudden, just like that, it's now 22.
Yeah, just a complete collapse to start the quarter from Carbon. Good timeout called earlier, but now just old habits dying hard as another turnover comes for Carbon.
Topham with the ball. Top circle. Sets the offense. Picked up there by Mortensen. Gives it over the left side to Brow. Brow back over. Bundy has the ball knocked away out of bounds. Turnover. Ball goes back over to the Dinos with 5:33 left to play in the ballgame. 57-35. Dinos trail by 22.
I think if you want any chance of coming back, you need to unleash Carter Warburton. He knows he has 3 fouls, and he played like it last quarter. Took away his aggressiveness. And with players like him, that's what does them in, is when you take away that aggressiveness, they can't play as efficiently. You need him now more than ever. Take off the leash, let him go towards the hoop.
With the basketball, it's Cannon Mortensen. Into the paint, little spin move, puts up a shot, whistle, and a foul, and he'll shoot 2 free throws. In the act of shooting, Cannon Mortensen will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 for the Dinos. Try to cut that lead down to 20. 5:10 left to play here at Carbon High School. And Carbon Dino basketball, if you're just joining us here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
And Cannon does such a good job getting himself to the free throw line. Now, at times he hasn't been able to convert on those looks, but he buys himself the opportunities at the line, and that's what you got to love about a player staying aggressive.
Free throw number 2 is good. He has 13 in the ballgame. 10 for 18 from the free throw line tonight for the Carbon Dinos. 57-36. Delta with the lead in the ball. Whistle and a travel. Turnover number 13. Trying to go to the basket was Topham, and he got bumped, took that extra step. And the turnover, and the Dinos own the basketball. 4:57 left to play in the ballgame. Orth, outside it goes to Lancaster. Back to Orth on the left side. Drives down to the baseline. Kicks it over. Shot is up. And no good. Offensive rebound for the Dinos as Carlson couldn't get it to go. Warburton gives it over to Cannon. Cannon down underneath the Carlson. Saves it, but it goes to the wrong team. On the save, turnover number 17.
Yeah, 17 turnovers on the night, Sonny. That's a big part why Delta finds themselves up so much.
Bundy with the basketball. Picked up there by Lancaster. Still with the basketball is Bundy. Goes right side, hands the ball off to Topham. Topham back to Bundy. Bundy drives the baseline. Pass over to the left side in the paint. Shot up, no good. Whistle and a foul. To the free throw line to shoot two will be Kobe Driggs. He has 4, trying to make it 5 and 6.
I think a big part of why Delta's defensive game plan has worked in this game, Sonny, is they've taken Kyler Orth out of the equation. The junior, who normally averages 14, has been held scoreless tonight, and that's because they're treating him like the scoring threat he is.
Free throw up and no good. By Driggs, that makes him 11 for 16 from the free throw line tonight for Delta. And the second free throw was up, and it is good. 5 points for Driggs. 58-36. Lancaster for 3. No good. Rebound comes down to Delta. Here come the Rabbits. Fast break down the floor. Dinos get back. Pass goes over to Topham. Topham gives the ball over to Robinson. Robinson swings it down. Baseline left side 3 is an air ball. This time by Brown. The rebound Dinos. Fast break the other way, but the Dinos will take the 3. Down the barrel. No good by Mortensen, and the rebound comes down to Delta. We go back and forth at a high pace here with 3:32 left to play. Go ahead and talk for a second.
Yeah, I like how Cannon, he's confident when he's taking his 3, but at some point, after you've missed so many, you need to buy yourself an easier bucket, shot fake, drive to the rim, get yourself to the free throw line, something to break up the misses, keep that confidence flowing for you. Thank you, Sonny.
Going back and forth there. Didn't have a chance for you to give your opinion there with 3:23 left to play, 58-36.
It's a very fast-paced game, Sonny. Yeah. I was just entranced by how well you were calling the game.
I didn't want you to think I forgot about you there. Warburton with the basketball, top circle. Still with it. Now comes right side. Gives it off to Mortensen. Down underneath. Orth with the ball. Back outside to Lancaster. Ty Mortensen drives inside, puts it up, no good, and the rebound comes down to Robinson. And here comes Delta with the ball, leading by a score of 58-36.
And right now, they don't really need to they don't need to put the ball in the basket. They can waste some time. But we've seen them give up 14 unanswered points before, Sonny. I don't think they want to fall victim to that again.
3-point shot, left side, this time no good by Robinson. He's had a good night with 18, can't get this one to go. We come the other way. Warburton with the ball right side, drives in, kicks it outside to Lancaster for 3. Good. From the left side, Evan has 11, and it's 58-39.
This has been kind of a coming out party for Evan Lancaster. He's been on fire tonight, hitting several timely threes, scoring several baskets for the Dinos. He's been a key part of the Dinos offense. Despite what the scoreboard may say, it's been looking better than we've seen him before.
Robinson with the basketball right side, cross-court pass goes to Bundy. Bundy picked up there. 3-point line still with it, swings it down in the corner, goes to Brow, down in the paint, shot up and no good this time by Driggs, and the rebound Dinos. Warburton brings it up the floor himself. 3-point line, hits it over to the left side, back to Warburton it goes. Spin move in the paint, nice pass down underneath, laying it up and in is Cannon Mortensen. He has 15, the assist for Warburton, nice pass, and the easy finish for Cannon Mortensen. 58-41, 17-point lead, minute 38 left to play.
It's a really underrated aspect of Warburton's game is his court vision, dishing out the dimes like crazy.
Give it outside. Robinson drives the baseline. 3-point shot, good. 3-point shot by Jayton Brow. He has 10 in the ball game. 61-41, minute 17 left to play. Driving all the way to the basket is Lancaster. Shot up, no good. Rebound comes Ty Mortensen. Puts it up, no good. Gets it back again. Scramble for the ball, and it's knocked away, and it's controlled by Delta. 61-41, a minute left to play. With the basketball on the left side, it's Topham. Topham gives it over to the left side to Brow. Brow on the baseline left. Drives inside. Puts up a reverse layup. Good. He has 12.
And that's kind of summed up this entire game, Sonny, is every time Carbon feels like they have something going their way, Delta responds in kind and then some. They have been absolutely dominant when they need to respond to the Dinos.
38 seconds left to play in the game. 63-41. Pass goes down underneath. Shot up, no good. Whistle and a foul. Ty Mortensen will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Dinos, trailing by 22.
And, you know, I like that they're still staying aggressive. They're still trying to put points on the board because right now that's all you can do. Everything else is kind of out of your hands. You just need to keep putting the ball in the basket as much as you can. Keep getting those reps in.
Free throw up and good. Mortensen with 5. So the Dinos trailed 46-33, but when the fourth quarter came, the start of the fourth quarter, the first couple of minutes, completely, as the second free throw by Mortensen is up and good, was controlled by Delta.
Yeah, no, they really took control in the fourth quarter. Those quick turnovers they forced and the big shots they were hitting down the stretch led them to pull away by 20. Very similar result over on our sister station, KOAL. Richfield comes away with the 61-43 win over the Emory Spartans. Again, Carbon's going to see the Wildcats on Friday.
Whistle and we had a foul or it's out of bounds, I'm not sure. They're going to say out of bounds, and they'll throw the ball in on the baseline. Will Delta with a 63-43, lead with 15 seconds left to play. Give the ball to Drowby.
Yeah, and right now you're probably just going to hold the ball. They're not going to score 20 points in 6 seconds.
This is going to end as they'll hold it and let this game come to an end. The final score tonight here at Carbon High School, 63-43. Delta with the win over the Carbon Dinos. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame show.
Soups are in at Swift's Stop and Shop, your gas and convenience store with more. Serving up delicious cook-to-order food like Swift's Soup of the Day and Soup and Sandwich combos, less than $5. Check their Facebook page and see what they're serving.
Oh, by the way, Swift is a Shell station. So if you have a Smith's fuel card, you can redeem your fuel rewards points at Swift. So pump up the savings and
start slurping some soups. From Swift Stop and Shop, North Main Street in Helper.
Open late.
Imagine the sound of a basketball swishing through the net at the game buzzer. That's the sound of you scoring big with Eastern Utah Community Credit Union's Slam Dunk Savings Accounts. Just like a winning team will strategize their plays, we will help you plan your financial future with competitive interest rates and unbeatable customer support. Whether you're saving for college, a new home, or retirement, make a fast break to Eastern Utah Community Credit Union and let your savings game reach MPP status. Join our team today and start winning with your money.
Membership and eligibility required. NCUA insured. Loans approved on credit.
Need a getaway? Well, there's no better way to get away than in your own RV. And there's no better way to finance your new RV than with Desert View Federal Credit Union. Desert View makes it so easy. You can conveniently fill out your loan application right from their app. Download it today and then get shopping. With low interest rates and the new convenient app, that new RV can be more than just a dream. Desert View Federal Credit Union can help make it happen.
Membership and eligibility apply. Loans on approved credit. Member NCUA.
Clean Cut Roofing and Siding.
Do you sell lightsaber chopsticks?
No.
Bagpipes?
Definitely not.
Screaming goats?
What?
I thought you said you had something for everyone.
Yes, something for everyone that needs any type of new roof or siding.
Oh, so no cowbells?
No, we're roofing and siding experts, but maybe with more cowbell.
Since 2003, you get peace of mind every time with Clean Cut Roofing and Siding. CleanCutRoofingSiding.com.
JN Auto says it's time to get in the auto buying game. JN Auto is a game changer when you're looking for a new vehicle, but don't want to pay the new vehicle price. By making JN Auto a part of your team, you can count on finding quality, gently used vehicles with manufacturer warranties and unbeatable prices. You just found the secret to finding the perfect vehicle. It's JN Auto. Check out their huge inventory at jnautosales.com. JN Auto in Huntington and Price.
It's fun! It's our favorite place.
Strike up family fun for everyone. Gateway Lanes. Families that play together stay together. And Gateway Lanes is your center for fun, cold beer, snacks, and great food. So let Gateway Lanes do the cooking with open and league bowling year-round and Club Bowl Thursday night, 9 till 11:30, with unlimited bowling including shoes. Since 1989, Helper's Hometown Bowling Center, Gateway Lanes, South Main Street in historic Helper, and bowlhelper.com. Let's roll.
Well, this is way beyond my skills.
Time to call Frank.
Honey, did you mean my dad, Steve?
No, Frank at Central Commission and Helper. Frank and his staff will give me the best advice and supplies I need. He's the father of good advice and better than you at this stuff.
No argument there.
Central Commission and Supply Company is a family-owned and local hardware and lumber store. Plumbing, paint, electrical, with better prices, better service, and better knowledge than the big box stores. Central Commission, North Main Street in Helper.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Basketball on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to Carbon Dino Basketball. Once again, the final score tonight, 63-43. Delta comes away with the 20-point win. They outscore Carbon 17-10 in the fourth quarter to pull away. And it started, we'll just take a look at quarter by quarter, and we'll talk a little bit. At the end of one, it was 11-9, and the Dinos led for most of the first quarter. But right towards the last, 40 seconds or so, that's when Delta took the lead to take an 11-9 lead after one quarter.
Yeah, that's when Delta started finding their footing here. I mean, you're traveling a pretty far distance from Delta to get here. You're taking it on a hostile environment. First quarters are always hard as the visiting team. You're trying to find your footing.
Yeah, the second quarter, Delta outscored the Dinos 14-9, which still made the game close. It was 25-18 at the half, a 7-point lead for Delta.
And a big part of that at the end of the quarter was Coach Brower picking up that technical foul for interfering with play right before the clock expired. That was just a tough break of bad luck. They're able to get 2 free points off of that, and nearly a three-pointer as well. But that was kind of why Carbon found themselves down so much heading into the second half.
46-33 after 3 quarters. Delta outscoring the Dinos once again. This time 21-16 in the third quarter to take that 13-point lead going into the fourth.
Yeah, and that's when the wheels kind of started falling off for Carbon. That's when we could start to see the exterior of the Dinos starting to crack as they really started to struggle on both ends of the court. And I think the biggest number that we're going to look at as an explanation why the Dinos lost this game is turnovers.
Absolutely. And then going into the fourth quarter, they outscored the Dinos 17-10 to come away with the 63-43 win. But they won every quarter. There wasn't a quarter tonight that the Dinos won. They lost the first quarter by 2. They lost the second quarter by 5. They lost the third quarter by 6. And they lost the fourth quarter by 7. Altogether, 20-point win for Delta.
Yeah, and I think the biggest collapse the Dinos saw was the start of that fourth quarter game, still within striking distance as it starts. Yep. Delta comes in, they get a quick basket, turnover, basket, timeout, but then another turnover and another basket for the Rapids. You can't give up an 8-0 run to start a quarter. That's not going to ever do you any favors.
Well, that was an 8-0 run quick. I mean, very quickly. So a good start to the fourth quarter for Delta, and then they didn't look back. Taking a look at scoring by individuals. First for Delta, leading the way was Mason Robinson. He had 18 points tonight, averaging 9.6 points per game, so he had a fantastic game tonight here at Carbon High School. So Mason with 18 points in the ball game.
Yeah, there were some times where Carbon they left him too open, and by too open I mean they left him wide open. He would come in off inbounds, he'd kind of sneak away from his man, get wide open in the corner, and drill a 3. That was a story time and time again for him, and you can't discredit him though. Even if you're open, you still have to make those shots.
Jayton Brow, he had 12 points in the ball game, averaging 6 points per game, so he doubled his score tonight as well. And then Jet Rollinson, averaging 1.2 points per game, had 10 points tonight. So 3 players for Delta who usually don't score in double digits all had double digits with 8, 12, and 10. That was huge tonight for Delta.
And we talked about it in the pregame, Sonny. That's the thing about Delta's offense. Every player on this roster can put the ball in the basket. Tonight, it wasn't the normal ones we'd expect. Normally, we expect to see the likes of Bronco Bundy, Mason Robinson, Tate Topham. But tonight, they were well covered by the Dinos, and the role players stepped up for Delta and helped give them the 20-point lead.
Absolutely. Tate Topham, he had 8 points in the ballgame. Kobe Driggs, 5 points in the ballgame, as well as Bronco Bundy, who averages 10 points a game. Only had 5 points tonight. He did a lot of other things well, but he finished with 5, Drowby with 3, and Cleaver with 2 for Delta. But the thing that impressed me about Delta tonight is, Bronco Bundy only scored 8 points. Topham only scored 8 points in the ballgame. But other people made up the difference. And that's a mark of a good team. And yeah, like we said, we had 3 players scoring double digits, Robinson and Rawlinson and Brow. And that's what led Delta to the victory.
Yeah, they're 8-2 for a reason, Sonny.
Yeah.
This is a complete basketball team from top to bottom. Everyone knows their role and knows how to play, and each one of them can step up when the moment calls for it. That's what sets them apart from some of the other teams. They have the depth to compete.
Absolutely. 12 for 17 from the free throw line tonight for Delta, and they had 14 turnovers, finishing once again with 63 points. Taking a look at the Carbon Dinos tonight, leading the way for the Dinos was Cannon Mortensen. Had 4 in the first half, 9 in the second, finished with 15. He's been averaging 11 points per game, so a good evening for Cannon Mortensen.
Yeah, and he's been a really consistent fixture for the Dinos. He had a rough few games to start the season. Really has come into his own offensively, defensively. Tonight he climbed the ladder for a stellar block against the Rabbits. He's evolving continually as the season goes on. He's a player I'm interested to see how he continues to grow throughout the season.
Evan Lancaster finished with 11, 3 in the first half, 8 in the second half. So a nice evening for Evan Lancaster. Carter Warburton finished with 11. He had all 11 in the first half. He picked up that third foul, and it just kind of changes his night with that third foul.
It does, because he plays an aggressive style of basketball. His offense is built off of driving aggressively into the paint, trying to bait fouls from the opposing team. Now, when you get into foul trouble, that's not as effective because it takes that edge off your drive. You're not driving as aggressively as you normally do, and you're not going up as hard as you normally do.
Right. Ty Mortensen finishing with 6 points tonight, so only 4 players put the ball in the basket tonight for the Carbon Dinos. Kyler Orth did not score tonight. They covered him. They, averaging 14 points a game was obviously Delta was going to make it difficult for him to score tonight.
And I spoke on it earlier in the broadcast, Sonny. At times it looked like they were playing the Jordan rules on Orth. They know he's a very lethal scorer when he's able to get in the painted area and the surrounding area. And every time he seemed to enter there, Delta was throwing very aggressive fouls at him, sometimes just going up a little bump and push as he goes up, not getting called all the time, but they stayed aggressive on him all night long. First scoreless game of the season for Kyler Orth.
Yep, Ty Mortensen with 6 points on the night, as we said, for the Dinos. They end up with 43 points. They shoot 12 for 20 from the free throw line, and they have 18 turnovers. So tonight, the Delta Rabbits, in the first and second quarter, the Dinos hung tight, but in the third quarter, Delta kind of pulled away. In the fourth quarter, at the beginning of it, they really pulled away, and they win by 20, 63-43.
Yeah, no, you can't discredit Delta. They played a complete basketball game from start to finish. Their shots weren't going in the first half. Second half, they started falling more. They gained more confidence, gained more momentum, and they pulled away.
Delta finishes the win tonight, 63-43. They go 8-2 on the season. They're 1-1 in region play. The Dinos now drop to 1-7, 0-2 in region play. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, more of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union post-game show right here on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play.
This is Dave
and Ryan
from Dave and Ryan's Movie Review.
Experience movies the way God intended them to be seen on the big screen
at the King Cole Theaters.
And action. Whether it's stunning action,
heart-stopping horror,
tender romance,
gut-busting comedy,
or wholesome family flicks,
movies are always better
on the big screen. Connect on Facebook for instant access to showtimes and the latest blockbusters.
With showing 7 nights a week and matinees on weekends, you can immerse yourself in the magic of movies at the King Cole Theaters.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck. Because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
Imagine the sound of a basketball swishing through the net at the game buzzer. That's the sound of you scoring big with Eastern Utah Community Credit Union's Slam Dunk Savings Accounts. Just like a winning team will strategize their plays, we will help you plan your financial future with competitive interest rates and unbeatable customer support. Whether you're saving for college, a new home, or retirement, make a fast break to Eastern Utah Community Credit Union and let your savings game reach MVP status. Join our team today and start winning with your money.
Membership and eligibility required. NCUA insured. Loans approved on credit.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Basketball on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame show. Final score 63-43. Delta with the win over the Carbon Dinos, and talk a little bit about the Spirit card.
Yeah, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has this neat little thing. They're called Spirit cards. You go in, you set up an account, you can get a debit card or a credit card with the logo of your favorite school from around the Castle Country area. We're talking about the Grand Red Devils, the Carbon Dinos, and the Emory Spartans. Now, Sonny, let me tell you, as a proud Spartan alumni, I carry my Dino card with me everywhere I go.
Pick that up at Eastern Utah Community Credit Union. They're the sponsor for the post-game show here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. Once again, the final score is 63-43. So the Dinos fall short tonight. They will play again on Friday. It'll be on the road against Emory. On the road against Richfield. Richfield defeated Emory tonight 61-43.
Yeah, and Richfield, again, one of those teams predicted to win the region or at least be in the running to do so. That's a tough basketball team, Sonny. The Dinos have a lot to clean up before that game, and when they go on the road to Richfield. I think it's a winnable game if they play their best basketball, but tonight, Sonny, at points, they really weren't.
Yeah, absolutely. So once again, the final score tonight, 63-43. We'll take a really quick break, and when we come back, we'll have final comments for tonight. Carbon Dino Basketball 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
At San Rafael Health, they believe everyone deserves compassionate and dedicated care. Whether you're looking for a place for mom, dad, or any loved one, the doors are open. San Rafael Health accepts private pay, Medicaid, Medicare, and commercial insurance, ensuring quality health care is accessible for all. Let the family at San Rafael Health take care of your family. Call today at 384-2301 and let San Rafael Health provide the care your loved ones deserve.
You gonna fix that?
Fix what?
That dripping faucet?
Someday.
No, how about today? Not only is it driving me crazy, but it's wasting water, costing us money, and could turn into dry rot and other damage.
Guess we better get to Magnuson Lumber and Hardware.
Now you're talking.
Magnuson Lumber features almost 1,000 feet of plumbing accessories and supplies you need to fix your leaking faucets and pipes. Stop in today. Main Street, Castledale. Magnuson Lumber and Hardware. Family owned since 1965.
Carbon High School basketball on KRPX 95.3 The Peak.
Once again, the final score tonight, 63-43. Delta with the winner of the Carbon Dinos. Dinos go to 0-2 in region play, 1-7 overall. Delta goes to 1-1 in region play, 8-2 overall. And Aiden, with this game tonight, the Dinos will play again on Friday, and then we get pretty close to the Christmas time where they get a little bit of a break, but they will play Friday on the road against a very good Richfield team. You will be there for that game on Friday night here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
That I will, Sonny. I'm excited for it. I think if the Dinos can put together some of the basketball we've seen them play, when they're playing their best, they're playing good defense, they have their shots falling, I think they have a fighting chance against the Wildcats. But at times, Sonny, it's been the theme all season long. They have stretches where they really don't look like they know what they're doing on the court. They look a little lost. and that's when they struggle and other teams are able to build up big leads on them. Now, they'll get a 6-day break after that. Then the day after Christmas on the 26th, they're traveling to Cedar City for a tournament. They'll take on Hurricane, Penguich, and Parowan during that stretch. So, two smaller schools, but two very good smaller schools, and Hurricane is always a challenge to play.
So they'll take a little bit of a break, and then right after Christmas, back to it they'll go on their little tournament thing, and then it'll be back to region play.
Yep, and that starts on January 3rd. They travel to Manti. We'll travel to Manti with them as they take on the Templars, and then it's game one of the rivalry series as they cross county lines to take on the Emory Spartans.
So with that, once again, the final score is 63-43. Anything else before we call it an evening?
Go Dinos.
Go Dinos. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast.